Hi, this is Manish Pandey. Welcome back to another video in our UiPath Data Service series. In our last video, you learned how to use Update Entity Record activity in UiPath Data Service. In this video, we are going to talk about how to update multiple entity records in Data Service. We'll be using two activities to perform this demo. First, update entity record activity, and then second, update multiple entity record activity. So watch this video till the end, and this is really useful when you need to update several records at once, whether it's for correcting data or making changes. So let's get started. Here you can see we have this vendor master and we have around 6 records available here. If you want to edit the details of vendor name, vendor ID, phone number, address, any details, then you can do it in the bulk. So let me open UiPath Studio so that I can show you practically. So in the last video we discussed about the update entity record activity. Now let me show you how to update multiple records using this activity, update entity record, and then after that I will show you the second activity, that is update multiple entity record. Okay, so first we'll go with update entity record, and here you can go with the fields view or record view. So currently we are passing one value, but if you want to update multiple, then first we have to use this query entity record, and then we'll be getting the list of record from the data service which we need to update, which we want to update. Okay, so we'll be using query entity records activity, and then in the filter I will say that I want to update V05 and V06. So we have vendor ID equals V05. Second entry will take here vendor ID equals V006. Okay, so now we have two records here that will be stored in a collection in this output records. Now to get one by one records and update these multiple records, we have to take here for each activity, right? And then move this update entity record, and then in the list of item we need to write output records, right? Go to the properties, and it has automatically selected the argument type as a UiPath Data Service dot vendor master, that entity. Okay, now item selected as a current item. We'll play with this current item because every time it will have the records in this current item. Now here in the update entity record, so we'll pass here in the record ID current item dot, and then record ID we have in ID. Let me show you. So this is the ID field. So where we are getting this, the GUID, that record ID, right? So we are getting current item dot ID. So that ID will be passed here. So first time whatever ID will have here in this current item variable will be passed here, and then data will be updated for that GUID, that record ID, or that ID you can say. Entity will be selected from here. Email address, if you want to change, you can change it. So I'm saying that yes, I want to change. So I will put here double quotes, I will say updated email at email.com. Vendor ID, if you need to change, so you can change it. I will leave as it is. For the vendor name, so here we have element address. Now whatever data you will put here, that will be updated here. Now two things you can do. First, let's say your scenario is to update everywhere, put the same value in all the records, update the same value. Let's say you have one field where you have to update the same exact same value here. Then you can loop through and then just update only one value, and then same value will be updated in each record. Let's say we have Excel file where we have the all the details added, like for email address data should be replaced with this, for vendor ID data should be this, vendor name data should be this. So you will read that Excel file and then you will have another for each row, and then every time it will be updated that way. You might need to add one condition to check that record. If vendor ID equal to this, then only proceed with that record which is available in the Excel file. So you have to play with this for each this collection and then for each row, and then you can update here. So this way you can update. So let me run this way and let me show you. So we have two records. Now first one is getting updated and this has been updated. Now let's go to the UiPath Data Service. Let's refresh this and you can see here V006 vendor name changed to the element address, and then this one is email ID is updated email at email.com. So let's check the record ID. So it's 3282. So 3282, this one. So this has been updated, right? Now I will show you using update multiple entity record, and then I will show you how to use that expression, how to write an expression to update multiple. So let's take that from data service, take here update multiple entity. Okay, now here we'll be using the same 5 and 6. We'll have in the collection, select the vendor master entity, and now here we have option to enter the input records. Now let's open in the advanced editor. You can see this is collection, collection of vendor master. So collection of data we need to pass here. Now this time we are not going to use for each item, that for each activity. We'll be directly passing that value here. Whatever data we are getting from here, we'll be passing here. So how can we write that? So we need to write an expression here. Let me show you. We'll copy and paste here. Now you can see here, we'll be using this from each item. Each item is just a variable. It's like for each item in the collection, like that. So we are using this expression to update that. So from each item in the output records basically this collection that we are getting from query entity records activity. Select new vendor master with, and then we'll start saying, okay, where the ID equal to this. So each item is the variable which we are taking it from this output records. So dot ID. Now email address we want to update. So whatever value you want to update. So this, either you can update here hard coded value, or you can take it from your data storage or Excel or anywhere. So that will be in the variable, you can pass it here. Contact at element.com. This will be updated. Vendor name I will say element traders. Okay. If you want to add phone number, you can add here. Just put comma and then update the phone number. Now let's click save. Okay, and then this way we can update here. Okay, so you can write the expression like this. Now let me run that. Okay, so this has been executed successfully. Let me open data service. Let's refresh this, and you can see here this element traders have been updated here and on the second record as well. So 6 and 5. This contact at element.com has been updated here. So I hope you learned how to update multiple entity records, how to write this expression. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more UiPath tutorials. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.